They called them savages, but were they actually geniuses? Aztecs weren't just warriors, they were thinkers, astronomers, geniuses. Their science touched the stars. Their faith touched the soul. In their calendar, shadows of the moon and kingdoms to come. To them, every day was alive, with meaning and with omen. Their brilliance reached beyond the heavens, into cities, crops, and code. Ingenious canals and floating gardens nourished millions. Their medicine used plants modern doctors are just rediscovering. They used ants as living stitches. Nature was their scalpel. We called them savages, but it was our ignorance that buried their genius. Tenochtitlan wasn't just a city, it was a masterpiece of planning. They built entire islands by hand and made them float on water. Streets of water, where canoes flowed like cars, a city that glided, not walked. A perfect harmony with nature. Every stone, every stream, placed with purpose. Their water system engineered with such precision, it could rival even ancient Rome. They filtered water using volcanic rock and sand. Pure science, centuries ahead of its time. Clean, fresh, drinkable, enough to sustain thousands every single day. Their schools weren't just for the elite. Every child, rich or poor, was taught to think, fight. Even the poor were taught logic, poetry, and math. Education was a duty, not a privilege. And their minds? Razor sharp, like the obsidian they carved into blades and ideas. Aztec logic wasn't just numbers. It was sacred geometry, woven into temples. Their calendars? Not one, but two, syncing the stars and the soul. They followed two calendars. One guided the gods, the other guided the earth. They predicted eclipses, marked seasons, and even mapped destinies written in the stars. But their greatest knowledge was hidden in symbols, painted in sacred code only the wise could read. Thousands of scrolls, painted by hand telling stories of gods, stars, and time. Medicine, math, maps of the stars, all encoded in symbols, drawn with purpose. And then, fire. Libraries turned to ash, knowledge erased by conquest. Over 90% of Aztec knowledge burned, buried, or forgotten forever. Fragments survived, whispers of genius, waiting to be uncovered and understood. Rooted in herbs, surgery, and study, Aztec medicine was science, not myth. Not guesses, science. 1,000 plants and their powers. Surgery, they performed it with obsidian blades. And they believed healing meant balance of body, mind, and spirit. To them, sickness had patterns, like stars in motion. To the Spanish lafte, it was nonsense, mere ritual. Centuries passed, and now their genius returns. From their calendar to their cures, their minds were centuries ahead. Aztec wisdom lives not in the past, but in the forgotten. But the question remains, are we willing to remember